As a performer, was it hard for you? You worked on Ellen.
Yes.
Did you write her monologue?
Yes.
So is it hard for you to, because I've never written for anybody else, is it hard for you to come up with because you, and this is in speaking to what you just spoke, I have an idea, I'll write it down on a piece of paper, and then I love to go to the Ice House or the Comedy Store or someplace at night and see it work. If you have an idea and then you hand it to Ellen and then that audience, is that hard?
Well, she's a lesbian. So I'm writing.
Aren't you?
A lot of similarities. I'm writing jokes for a lesbian from New Orleans who likes to talk about owls in her yard. Like, there's not a lot of spillover between what I talk about and what she talks about. I wrote monologues for Cedric the Entertainer. I wrote them for Bill Maher. I wrote them for Wanda Sykes, Jamie Foxx. And so I've always been able to write for other people. I really believe that if you can write jokes, they can work for anybody. Like, I don't think you have to be from their walk of life in order for you to write stuff that works for them. I think you just got to immerse yourself in their voice and then write
what
jokes.
I'm saying is you have a funny idea, even though there may be some things that are specific to whoever you're writing for that you wouldn't use, but isn't it hard to hand that over and to hear the audience laugh?
No, it's really weird. It's like two different sports. Because when you're writing for somebody else, it's like usually like for monologues, you show up in the morning and then you pitch jokes in a meeting, and then they go, all right, go write that up as a monologue, and then you've got 2 hours to just drink coffee and crank out 4 pages of monologue jokes, and then you hand it in. And you kind of exhale, and it just happens. As opposed to stand up, I feel like are things that happen in my life, things that trigger me or make me think that wow, this is something that is in my voice that I can grow and turn into something.
I had a talk show, and I was friends with all the writers on the show, and they used to say that the way they described what their job was their job was to shit every day without being given anything to eat.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe that's what my act is like. Maybe that's what they thought of what they were.
Was it hard for you to have writers giving you stuff when you are such a control freak and you are known for creating your own material and your own jokes and what you think is funny? Was
that's
it
why
hard?
Maybe my talk show didn't last long. Yes. Yeah, it was hard. Because I think like when I'm watching you and when I watch this special, it's so you. It is you. I can't see like other people doing, well, they could maybe say that, but it just seems authentic to you. You're definitely a character. You're definitely, even though I pronounce your name wrong, you are the one and only. And it's, you talk about your family and you talk about your ideas. And I had a hard time. And I had a hard time when somebody gives me a joke and material, kind of telling them,
yeah, that's hard.
Because funny is subjective or good is subjective,
Yeah, and it's like, it's got to fit. And, a lot of guys are really funny, or women are very funny that are writing for you, and they just don't have your voice, And did you hire friends? Did that make it more difficult?
No, you became friends with them.
I became friends.
Okay, so you didn't bring like fellow comics on that.
I didn't have a really good experience.
Yeah,
I did not have a good experience doing a talk show.